Yeah, just
Okay, sir, how was the film? कैसी लगी?
fabulous. You know, it's a real, it's, I would say, a rude awakening in many ways because, you know, we always like to ape people from the West, you know, and it's a very humbling feeling when you have a master from our part of the world, you know, and an Eastern master when it comes to his philosophy, who became a giant going across to the West and conquering the Western world as early as the turn of the you know, 19th century, the 18th century. It's a very humbling experience. It shows that there is a path to self-realization, and some of the techniques you know, which you see in the movie and which are spoken about is quite unbelievable. You know, people say, you know, that you live in the modern day and age in a you know, you experience a life of materialistic stuff, artificial stuff. You know, you really don't hit reality the way it should. But I'm sure when you watch this film, you know, nothing is impossible. If you can practice those techniques, you will realize the path to self-realization. You know, there's also a saying always said, live in the now. What is the now? It is reality. You know, when you keep getting a reality check, you will know how to live in the now and not think too far ahead, not think too far behind. But fantastic movie.
Best part की अगर बात करें फिल्म की तो आपको
No, I thought the best part, which I said later on, was how a man, a human being, you know, just with a relationship, you know, like a guru shishya relationship, bolte hain, you know, through a relationship with his guru, Yukteswar ji, could travel that far, you know, single-handedly into the United States with nothing in hand, no baggage whatsoever, and then conquer the West just on sheer self-belief and the power of self-realization. Unbelievable.
So how was the film? मैम कैसी लगी मैम आपको?
Well, I'm really going to catch it again in the cinema hall on the 17th of June. I want to see it with you know, with everybody there of the public. I'm very grateful a film like this has been made. I think it's very important that this sort of energy we put out into the world that we are living in today, a spiritually charged energy that comes from a great realized human being, is something we all need more than ever today, you know. Because the world is just being, and especially through the medium of cinema, which is the great, you know, the biggest, the most powerful medium of entertainment and of reaching out to people. So it's just so lovely that Yogananda ji पे एक film बन गई है और वो अब cinema halls में आएगी. And he has been a great spiritual power for the West for all these years. It's a pity that we haven't followed him as powerfully and as passionately, but hopefully things will change. And we really need this sort of energy coming into our space today, our space of the world. Very, very necessary.
Ma'am, it's an arts and biopic film, so do you think the life of Yogi can create a magic on box office?
Yes, I think so. You know, the interesting thing is that somebody like Steve Jobs used to read the autobiography of a yogi every year. And apparently when he passed away, copies of autobiography of a yogi were distributed to people at his funeral, you know. I know a lot of the greatest filmmakers, the most successful Hollywood filmmakers have studied the autobiography of a yogi like a Bible every year. If nothing, at least people who are commercially inclined very much in the material world can realize that there is a balance between materiality and the spirit. And you can't kill the spirit in search of materiality, otherwise that all the riches of the world mean nothing if you're spiritually not realized.